everybody. We're back for week 4 college and week 3 NFL. Sitting here with my partner Zach, and this is Hollis, Harvard Barnhart. Last week, nice week for the late plays. Huge Big Ten game with Michigan State. Got the cash real easily playing in Notre Dame. And then my first high roller of the year. You know, last year I was 27-11. I explained that last week. Now 1-0, took Atlanta Falcons plus the 4, give them back. We don't need them over open. But we're going to have a free high roller if you just get a hold of me on the email that's at the bottom of the screen. Let's go right in and dig into the Stanford-UCLA game. This is basically going to be, Stanford really needs this game, or else this Pac-10 this year is not even going to get a bid to the bowl games, no matter what. I mean, they have nothing going in this conference. So let's look at Stanford. They're just coming off beating of USC. They won 27-10. Christian McCaffrey, he's all everything. I mean, if he's not rushing, he's catching the pass, or you can't kick it to him, on kickoffs. You're an idiot if you do. On the other hand, UCLA, they got the first round pick that's going to be a future number 1 with Josh Rosen. He's the quarterback. He can spread the ball around. He has a lot of receivers. He's a good great pocket awareness. I mean, he just knows where he's going. He reminds me a lot of how Dak Prescott just sits in the pocket and knows where everything's coming from. Wetzel's the same way. And notoriously, UCLA's always had the linebackers. It's almost like a linebacker-producing college.
Yep.
And I think their linebackers can respond to McCaffrey. And here's one tip for you. In all the years I've been doing this, 34, 35 years, whatever it is, the old saying is bet the original favorite. UCLA came out -1 as the original favorite. Now all of a sudden Stanford we're showing as -3. 94% of the public's on Stanford. The bookies had nothing to do with making it -3, but the bookies, the odds makers, they did have something to say about making UCLA the favorite. So go with the original favorite, lay the or take the +3 now, and take UCLA.
And we're in agreement on that one. UCLA and Stanford, if you're watching them early in the season, no one really has a good gauge on either team, so that's why you're going to see what you see. Stanford last week against USC, to me, did not look in proper form. When you head on the road right now, I think that's going to be a problem, even though it's in California, just traveling a few hours down to LA. I think that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Plus, you talked about Josh Rosen. Stanford in the past, in the Pac-12, when they have struggles, it's against these teams that have excelling quarterbacks and a semi-solid defense, and that's exactly what UCLA has. I'm more impressed with their defense than their offense right now. Let's not forget against last week against BYU, they were winning 17-0 on the road, which BYU, people tend to forget how great of a team they are at home. Of course, they came back late, so that's in people's mind. A 17-14 barely, actually it was a push and a cover for something that got that late 3.5 on BYU. But still, people are going to have that on their minds. But for me, I mean, you have to be more than just Christian McCaffrey to beat a team like UCLA. UCLA has that proper balance. I think they're going to have a little bit of an edge on special teams. And I'm not sure that young quarterback is ready to take on LA right now. So look for UCLA to squeeze this one out. I like your analysis there also with the former favorite of UCLA getting this cover here in the Pac-12. Hey, this Pac-12 is going to be open race throughout the whole season. But early on right now, I think you can grab that slight edge. Jim Mora, a little bit topsy-turvy in these big play games and as a coach for UCLA, but I think he gets this one.
Well, I agree with that. And one other thing, remember that they took Texas A&M to overtime and lost that. So they know how to play big games. And this one at home, take it to the bank. So we'll talk to you next week on college. Stay tuned for the pros.